From baseball under a big top to baseball under bright blue skies in Boston, Massachusetts, historic Fenway Park, and this American League Championship Series coverage on TBS presented by Kia Motors. It's Game 3 of our best-of-7 series between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox. Our series tied at 1 game apiece. One of the game's premier young left-handers, Jon Lester, 16-6 during the regular season and unbeaten so far in postseason play this year. And a hard hit ground ball to Cora at short. He's tested early. 2 pitches, 1 out. Down at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg. A huge swing game for both of these teams entering Game 3 this afternoon, of course. As B.J. Upton, a defensive swing, rolls to Marcotte. 3 pitches, 2 outs.
Is it me or does that game in Tampa Bay seem about 2 weeks ago?
With the Rays and Red Sox tied 1 game apiece. Here's Carlos Pena, and he drives a ball center field, well struck. Ellsbury, though, is there, and how about that first inning? 5 pitches, 3 outs, and Lester breezes through the top half of the first of Game 3 at Fenway. And 3 in 1 lifetime against the Red Sox.
And more importantly, he has 3 complete games, 2 of them shutouts, as he might be able to get this game.
Ellsbury drives that ball to left field, and Carl Crawford drifts back a couple of steps. And Ellsbury 0 for his last 18, the leadoff man down for the Red Sox in the first. Pedroia sends another shot to left field. Crawford will turn. He will wave high off the wall. Pedroia is in at second with a towering 2-base hit.
There's the effect of the wind already.
Outside corner, Ortiz argues. Garza has his first strike out of Game 3. And the Red Sox woes with runners in scoring position have continued in the first inning. In this first inning of Game 3. Hard hit ground ball to short. Bartlett gloves, grabs and guns, and that retires the side. Pedroia's double wasted by the Red Sox, and we're scoreless after 1 at beautiful Fenway Park. Downstairs, that's the first leadoff man in any inning that Lester has pitched in this postseason to reach a leadoff walk to Longoria.
What they were about to partake.
Late swing by Crawford. He's down on strikes. 1 on and 1 man out. To that point, Joe Maddon said, I could see in my players' faces they were feeling the moment for the very first time in this ballpark during the regular season. And now Willie Ibar, the hitter, spanks one into center field. There's that hit. First of the day for the Rays. 2 are on with 1 man out.
Boy, they have taken an aggressive approach against Jon Lester tonight. He's throwing fastballs. They are all set.
Runners hold, and that one off the glove of Veritek, and that'll move them up. So indeed they get the runners not only to third but to second as well with 1 out.
The reason it's so important to have a runner at third base, it's difficult to score on a base hit to left field in this ballpark.
Spank to the right side. Pedroia took a look, can't make a play at the plate. Navarro makes contact, and the leadoff walk, a passed ball, and a ground out. The Rays manufacture today's first run. 1-0 Rays in the second. Well, as the Angels found out in round 1, this is a different Jon Lester now. He trails by a run and has Baldelli behind in the count, and he struck him out. Veritek will make the peg to first. Inning over. Leadoff walk. First leadoff man of this postseason to reach against Lester, and it costs him a lead. And a ground ball hit toward Iwamura at second. And J.D. Drew is out number 1. Early in this 2008 season. Fisted. Longoria can't get it. Bartlett can, but no chance to get Bay. Terrific range shown at short by Bartlett, but Jason Bay another hit. This one on the infield, and he's aboard with 1 out. Game 2 of this series, but just missed hitting a home run. He's 1 for 10 in this series and lines that one into the right center field gap. Baldelli cuts it off. Bay around second on his way to third. They're at second and third with 1 out. And he made it over the inside corner. 2 outs. And Brian Honora is getting an earful from both lineups offensively in the early innings of game 3. Second and third. Garza continues to stretch with 2 out. And a high fly ball to center. Upton is under, drifting back, and the Red Sox have 2 on, in scoring position, 1 out, and fail to score. And after 2, the Rays lead by 1.
I haven't seen a real good cutter yet. That pitch inside that's so good for him.
And that ball hammered into left field. Bartlett has a leadoff single. So isn't it a funny game? Lester in the postseason retired 15 consecutive leadoff men in the regular season. Driven toward the monster and left. Bay going back on the warning track. He'll turn. That one's high off the wall. Bartlett will be stopped at third. The Rays have them second and third with nobody out.
Drew from right field. That ball chased up the line with Perez with that great speed, and of course just putting the ball in play, good things can happen.
As it does here, a towering fly ball deep left field. That one is gone. A 3-run homer, B.J. Upton. And the Rays have broken it open early. They're stunned in Boston. 4-0 Tampa Bay. That's over the outside corner. Pena knew it. And Lester strikes out his second, make that his third man of this ball game. 1 away.
Ball player listens to the skipper.
2-2 count. Driven left center field and deep as well. That one's got a chance to go, and it does. Longoria unloads with a solo home run. It's 5-0 Rays in the third.
All the time, so we've been around them, and it's not that big a deal for us to be in this atmosphere.
Strike 3 on a breaking ball. Crawford frozen. He's down on strikes for the second time. 2 men are out.
What do you mean by that, Buck? Is that
In the very near future.
Driven to center field. Ellsbury broke back. Now comes in. He's got it. And the side is retired. The Rays play long ball at Fenway Park. B.J. Upton, a 3-run shot over the monster. Evan Longoria, a solo blast. A 4-run third has the Rays in front big. Driven to right field. Rocco Baldelli surrounds it. 1 man is down. Let's check it again with Craig Sager. Craig. Swing and a drive. That's hammered to left field off the wall. Pedroia around first. Crawford will hold him to a long single. So Pedroia, who struggled so mightily against the Angels, has come back in this series with a vengeance. He's 6 for 10 at the plate. Swing and a high pop fly, shallow right. Going out is Bartlett, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Poppy pops out. Youkilis as deep as he can get in that batter's box with a 2-2 count. Check swing. That was over the outer half. Good call, Buck, and a good inning for Garza. He strikes out his third man and protects a 5-run lead after 3. And a rocket up the middle, a base hit for Navarro. 3 straight leadoff men on against Jon Lester. Home run derby during the All-Star game was as spine-tingling as this cool weather in Boston tonight. And a little tapper over the mound. Pedroia will flip to second, and that's all they get. Navarro stopped, forced him to flip the ball, and Baldelli at first with one man out. But the 9=8 philosophy paid off. Runner in motion. Youkilis gives ground. 360 spin and throw. Good play. Retires Bartlett. But Baldelli in scoring positions as the Rays stay out of a double play. Baldelli goes for third. A swing and a miss. And Varitek hangs on. No runs, a hit, and a man left. Jason Bay is due up in the Red Sox fourth. Boston needs some thunder. They're down 5. And had just 4 at-bats from August 17th to the end of the regular season, and Garza just blows it right by him. There's your first out in the 4th inning. Garza throwing free and easy with a 5-run lead. And it's time to talk, brought to you by Charles Schwab. Joe Madden's. So Baldelli and the Rays enjoying proceedings in the 4th inning. And a defensive swing by Bay. Pena makes a good pickup and runs it to the bag for out number 2. We mentioned Carlos Pena from Haverhill, Massachusetts.
Haverhill,
excuse me.
There you go.
In scoring position, he was 4th in the American League this year and held the opponents to a .218 average in those situations.
And a line drive into right for Kotze, a 2-out hit. He's 2 for 2. And Boston hoping tonight for what has been one of their other offensive calling cards this entire postseason, 2-out production. So the Red Sox have overcome a 5-run deficit this year. And they are going to try to do that tonight in game 3, but it won't happen with Varitek. A pop-up right in front of the plate. Pena in foul ground makes the catch, and the Fenway faithful are booing the hometown team. 5-0 after 4.
What's the score? You wouldn't believe it.
And a grounder off Lester's glove. Cora will hustle in with a bare hand and has no play, as Upton will reach, leading off the 5th inning. That ball was scorched, and Upton's speed paid dividends for the Rays. And there's the bunt with the shift on. Pena will leg it out. Youkilis throws behind the runner, and Upton wandered too far off the bag. Heads up play by Youkilis. He knew he couldn't get Pena, and Upton too wide a turn, and there's the first mistake of the game. So instead of 2 on, nobody out, and Pena will take off and will make it into second without a throw. We mentioned they will run, and Pena does. Now you've got a runner at second and 1 out instead of a double steal.
Third baseman coming in, Youkilis. If he makes that throw, he might be able to go to third base. Worked against him.
Longoria takes a called third strike over the inside corner. 2 outs, 6 for Lester in the game.
And then wait till the last moment to move where he wants it.
Here's the payoff. And Crawford hits that high in the air down the left field line. Bay on the run makes the play as that ball slicing away from him. Well, did the Rays run themselves out of a chance to score, and will it cost him? B.J. Upton, too wide a turn, slipped and is tagged out.
What had happened was Garza's very emotional, and they just channeled his emotions.
Bouncing ball to second. Iwamura to his right. Shot puts a throw to first and gets Cora for out number 1.
When Garza first came over here, he was really emotional and really tightly wrapped, and he was into the manager's office.
It's only bad news usually when you go in there.
High fly ball off the bat of Ellsbury into center. Upton is under that, and 2 men are out.
Matt Garza, after that incident, June 8th, before that incident, his ERA was .438. Get yourself in shape, and you can be a leader on this team.
He's been that and a whole lot more as Garza issues his first walk of the game. Pedroia perfect at the plate, 2 for 2 with a walk now. And again, David Ortiz a chance with 1 swing to get this Red Sox crowd back in the game.
We saw that coaching staff
in this 2008 playoff run. 1 ball, 1 strike. Popped up again. He pulled it and into shallow center. Upton is under. It's 53 at bats and counting for David Ortiz without a postseason home run, and it's 5-0 Rays after 5. And a swinging strike 2, or make that strike 3. I beg your pardon. 7 for Jon Lester. Interesting point that Buck was talking about in managing people for
listening and conversation. And for me, motivation is primarily, you got to build a relationship first, number one, because if you don't have that, then you can't be constructively critical. They won't listen. And when I say they, anybody won't.
Who's hurt and not with the club for this ALCS. But Percival really brought a calming influence as well to that Rays bullpen and to the starting staff too, with a simple gesture he performed in spring training by
a measly 323 2/3 innings pitched that season. Here's Paul Bird into the game.
Their bullpen is in pretty good order.
There was some concern about Jonathan Papelbon after he was hit with that bouncing ball in Tampa Bay. Against the Rays, a liner to short caught off the bat of Bartlett, and Papelbon is good to go should he be needed for the Red Sox. They hope he will be as they trail it by 5. Garza, that little glove wiggle as he gets the grip and turns it loose. Youkilis jammed. Longoria at the line. Perfect throw.
Well, that's that pitch that is so important. That inside pitch that's a strike because you have to swing at it.
In our pregame chat, he would rather not have to use Wheeler at all tonight. And Drew couldn't stop himself. Ball pops away from Navarro, but no trouble. J.D. Drew is retired, 2 down, and after our game tonight, you can flip the switch over to our friends at Fox. And so far in this postseason, the Red Sox have been a much different but still very dangerous club as Bay is aboard with the second walk of the night from Garza. He walked Pedroia with a breaking ball and 2 strikes, this time a fastball high and tight. Three-2. Runner goes. Swing, fly ball, left center field, tailing away from Upton, but look at him glide into the gap, and he will haul it in. Garza walks a man with 2 outs, but leaves him stranded and leads after 6. Started the game for the Red Sox, went 5 2/3 innings, allowed 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned. And Iwamura drives one to left that Bay will watch ricochet high off the monster. Iwamura into second with a leadoff double. He's got 2 of those in tonight's game 3.
Well, he's done a good job going to the opposite field here.
The Rays had a very big hand in building this current Tampa Bay club. And Upton out on strikes over the inner half. 1 away in the 7th. First out in that 5th inning. And fisted to the right side in a shift. Pedroia comes in, fields cleanly, runner to third now, and 2 are out.
Finishes up, Ron, very much like Mike Piazza. That's a good call.
And that home run total in his rookie year, the most in the American League since Nomar in 1997. He lines out to third. Iwamura stranded at third as we stretch at Fenway Park. The Rays have a commanding lead of 5-0. Veritek coaxes a walk. First leadoff man of the night to reach against Garza. He's up to 113 pitches, and let's see if the Rays bullpen starts to get busy.
Manage the game and the inning.
Bouncing ball, fair and down the right field line. Veritek around second, on his way to third. They're at the corners. Bad throw, gets away. No advance though.
Well, Baldelli looked like that ball slipped out of his hand. They didn't have much of a challenging throw at all.
As they try to protect a 5-run lead with the Big Boppers due up for the Red Sox.
And one of their strengths has been all season long J.P. Howell.
Swing and a fly ball hit to right. Baldelli is there, makes the catch. He'll keep the double play in order. It's a sacrifice fly. The shutout is gone. But there's a start for the Red Sox. 5-1 now, 7th inning.
Now, J.P. Howell has been so good coming in with runners on base.
Double play ball maybe. Longoria off stride for one. Throw to first. Got him. Howell got out of it. Unbelievable. J.P. Howell, and that Rays pen continues to sparkle. Carl Crawford will try to get one of those, or that run back, I should say, in this 8th inning, as he fists one over Pedroia and into center field.
Now take a look at the double play.
Rays jumped all over him for 4 in the 3rd with a couple of homers. Runner goes, hit and run on, line drive left field. Bay handles on a hop. No chance to get the speedy Crawford. And Tampa Bay keeps the pressure on. They now have him 1st and 3rd in the top of the 8th inning. We commented on how aggressively they swung in the 1st inning. 4 or 5 pitches thrown by Lester got him 3 outs. A ground ball to Pedroia. He's coming home. Throw up the line. Varitek hangs on. Big collision. Crawford's out. Pedroia cuts off a run with a good throw to Varitek, who's never been afraid to block that plate, Buck. Most in baseball, tying them with the New York Mets, Ron. You saw a lot of guys stealing 3rd as that ball crushed deep left and high off the Sports Authority sign. A long home run for Rocco Baldelli. A 3-run shot. Eight runs for the Rays. It's 8-1. And the Fenway faithful head for the exits.
Well, what a moment for Rocco Baldelli. Grew up in Rhode Island.
And now he's got something else to brag about his big brother hitting a home run.
Bartlett down on strikes. 2 men are out. And here's that scene on the Tampa Bay bench. They'll send Tim Wakefield to the mound against Andy Sonnenstein for the Rays. A ground ball to 1st. Kotze handles, wins the race to the bag. Inning over. Rocco Baldelli rips one over the Green Monster. A 3-run homer gives the Rays a 7-run lead.
Around the league, the Red Sox know how tough they are.
Ground ball 1st. Again, he pulls it. Pena will take care of Big Papi. And there is out number 1. Youkilis awaits a 1-2, and he's down on strikes, and he, in disbelief, heads back to the Red Sox dugout. A lot of frustrated looks.
They beat him in game 1, but Tampa Bay didn't waver.
And they have controlled the middle of this Red Sox order tonight as J.D. Drew aboard with 2 outs. So Drew 1 for 4. And he keeps the inning alive for, they might be forging their own destiny in 2008. As Howell strikes out Jason Bay, gives up a hit to Drew and nothing else. 9th inning at Fenway Park. It's awfully quiet in Boston's back bay. Rays lead at 8-1. And what appears at this point to be a lost cause for the Red Sox. Paul Burr doing some valuable work as a roller to short retires Upton. 1 man down, and here are the home run hitting heroics of the young Rays tonight.
Red Sox have allowed 3 home runs in this game, consecutive games.
Pena hits a towering fly ball to left that carries and carries and carries and carries out of the ballpark. It's a home run. Carlos Pena unloads. And the Rays front office is loving every minute of this. It's 9-1 at Fenway Park.
Tonight, 9 runs.
But you have to remember one thing about this Red Sox club. As a ground ball to 2nd will end the inning. Until you have that 4th win in your back pocket, never count this team out in the American League Championship Series. Carlos Pena, a former Red Sox. Let's take a look at our Zantac relief pitching profile. It features Edwin Jackson, a 14-game winner.
2001 June draft out of Shaw High School in Columbus, Georgia.
A liner is speared at 3rd by Longoria. Kotze retired. And there's your first out.
No, I just don't think they have a long enough memory to be worried about game to game.
Ground ball slowly hit to Iwamura. 2 outs in the 9th inning. And there is the man of the hour for tomorrow night. And a fly ball hit well to left. Crawford back on the track, and the Tampa Bay Rays have won game number 3 of this ALCS and take a 2-1 lead. 9-1 is the final score. Pitching, defense, and power on display for Joe Maddon's club tonight.